Human ambition, the blackest of desires, can be powerful. But in Starry Eyes, it turns to something much darker. This is a psychological horror film about what someone is willing to sacrifice just to be seen. I'm Nikki, and this is the Fractured Lens HQ. Sarah is an aspiring actress working at a Hooters-type restaurant who goes on auditions between work and sometimes her breaks. One night at home, while scrolling through a casting call site, Sarah sees an open audition for a female between the ages of 18 and 23 for the role of Celeste in a film called The Silent Scream. She submits her headshot and her resume, and now it's just a waiting game. Possibly the next night, Sarah is at a party, but she becomes overwhelmed and decides to leave. While walking home, she gets an email on her phone stating that they want her to audition for the role of Celeste. So Celeste goes and auditions in front of two very snooty casting directors. And after the audition, the man says, "We'll be in touch," in a very snooty, dismissive tone. Before Sarah leaves, she does ask for some advice and says she can do the audition again, but she can do it differently, however they want her to do it. But they don't give her any advice. They just tell her that they'll be in touch. She leaves the audition very upset. She goes into the ladies' bathroom stall and has a fit. She begins banging her purse against the bathroom stall, rips up her headshot, and then she starts pulling her hair out. We can hear it. We can see it. And then we see the clumps of hair in her hands. And she ends her tantrum with a very loud scream. When she comes out of the stall, the female casting director is standing right there. She tells Sarah they want her to audition again, but this time they want to see the fit she had in the bathroom. She tells them that she's never done that fit in public or had it in public. And as before, she's told they'll be in touch. But instead of leaving, Sarah performs the fit from beginning to end, and afterwards, again, they tell her they'll be in touch. The next day, she gets a call back for another audition. And after receiving the second request for an audition, Sarah quits her job. For this audition, they want her to disrobe, which she does. Then all of the lights go out, and she is met with a barrage of flashing lights from the many photos that are taken of her, one right after the other. When it's done, they say, "That's what we were looking for. Thank you." Before she leaves, she noticed the female casting director is wearing a particular brooch, which will play a significant part in the film down the line. When Sarah goes outside, we see she is very pleased with her audition. Sarah finally gets the call she's been waiting for her whole life, and that is a meeting with the producer. And while at the meeting, the producer makes it very clear what he wants from her in order for her to get this role. But Sarah knows that this is not the way to get a part in a film, and she leaves. But after thinking things over, she decides to go back to the producer, and that's when everything really starts going downhill. The film focuses on two things. One is the casting couch. The first known casting couch was in 1924, and this is where male and females will have sex with the producer or the casting director to get a part in a film. The second thing this focuses on is the selling of the soul. Now, I don't know if most of you know, but there was a blues player way back in the day named Robert Johnson. And they are saying that in the Mississippi Delta, at an actual crossroads, Robert Johnson sold his soul to the devil to get the talent that he has become legendary for. This was an excellent film. I highly recommend it. It is a horror film. It's a psychological film as well, and it's just well made. I'm not going to do a backhanded compliment. It's a well-made movie. The story is told perfectly, And the exaggeration with the horror part of it really brings out selling your soul can do to you. I hope you enjoyed this review. My name is Nikki. This has been the Fractured Lens HQ. And as I always say, please have a good morning, a good afternoon, or a good evening. It depends on where you are. Ciao.